Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, we're going to be comparing the Petcube Bites 2 with the Furbo Dog Camera. Now, Petcube did sponsor this video, so we're going to be looking at the two devices and the key differences and what sets the Bites 2 apart from the Furbo. If you're interested in any of the items you see here in the video, the links to them will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check them out, and do your shopping from there. First off, I want to mention that the Furbo is designed as a dog camera, where the Bites 2 is designed as a pet camera and can be used for cats as well as dogs. Next up, we can see they got a lot of hardware differences, so they both took a different design route. We kind of have this more industrial and modern design right here for the Petcube Bites 2. So we got a hard plastic at the top and aluminum finish at the bottom, which is really nice. We can see for the Furbo right here, we have a glossy white plastic for the whole body, and we have a bamboo wood top that you can see. Let's look at the front of the dog camera for the Furbo right there, so you can see the camera. We got your sensors and your treat dispenser. We can look at the front of the Bites 2 as well right here, so you can see your camera and all your sensors, and you have a really big treat compartment at the top. Want to mention too, you can see with the Furbo, you can only use it to mount it on a table or a flat surface, a shelf, a desk, something like that. But it does have some 3M adhesives right there, so it can make it more permanent, but you can still remove it. It just might make a little bit of a mess, and you don't want to damage anything removing the 3M adhesive. But it does have rubber feet, and it can stay pretty well in one place. You can see there's a little bit of movement right there. So for the Bites 2, you can see on the back, we can actually mount this to the wall, or we have a really nice rubber base right here. So it's not going to slide at all on your table or whatever flat surface you're using. So you can see there's a lot more play right here. I'm using the same amount of force, and they have differences in how they're designed right there. Now this has a little bit more weight too, but it's definitely that rubber base at the bottom is providing a lot of grip for this unit. It's not going to move around, whereas they only have a couple tiny feet on the bottom base, so it could move a little bit, especially if your pet wants to bump it or something along those lines. But I do like the look and feel of both of these products. Again, they do cater to two different people. We got that modern white with the bamboo accent on the top, and we have your more industrial with your aluminum design at the bottom. Plastic and aluminum, just glossy plastic and wood at the top. Now we can look at the treat compartments themselves. So you can see on the Bites 2, we can remove the top, and we have this huge treat compartment right here. So we can actually remove it from the bottom too, so you can see how much we can fit in there. So you can fit around 1.5 pounds of dog treats in here. And as an added bonus, this is dishwasher safe for cleaning. So now when we look at the Furbo, you can see our treat compartment right here, but we even have a max level as well. So you're pretty limited on how many treats you can put in there. You don't want to fill it up any further than what they recommend. And this is not dishwasher safe. So the best way you could clean this is just with a rag and a little bit of elbow grease and sweat right there. In regards to how many treats you can fit in here, they say around 100 pieces of treats, depending on how big they are, and maybe around 1/2 pound. So we can put 1.5 pounds of treats in here, and we can wash it in the dishwasher. We can maybe get 1/2 pound of treats in here, and you're gonna have to hand wash it. Now guys, let's go ahead. Let's look at the package contents and what you get for each item. Here are all the package contents for each item. We can see the Furbo contents on the right side. We can see the Petcube Bites 2 contents on the left side. So for the Furbo, you get a quick start guide, you get a USB to micro USB cable, and a USB wall plug right there. For the Bites 2, we get our quick start guide, some stickers. We also get a USB power brick. We have a USB to USB Type-C cable, so they have the newer Type-C, which I really like, as opposed to the micro USB. We get our wall anchor kit as well with some screws and wall anchors. I want to point out too, we have portion control options as well, a small, medium, and large. I'll show you guys that in a second. And they also include grain-free wellness dog treats for your pet to give you a healthy option with natural ingredients. So we can see we got chicken, cherries, and spearmint for this flavor for those mini bites. And they include over 150 of those treats in the bag, which is great. Now let's look at that portion control option, which I think is really cool. With the cover off the Petcube Bites 2, again, we can reveal the medium-sized insert that we can easily swap out with the small or large size insert depending on the size of our treats and how many we want to dispense at one time. The Petcube Bites 2 can support a variety of treats up to 1 inch in diameter. Now, when we look at the Furbo, we have no special insert options or anything like that for treats. And I want to point out this can only support rounded treats up to 0.4 inches in diameter. So we can support double the size with the Petcube Bites 2 than you can get with the Furbo. Now let's look at the mobile app experiences and compare the differences. So we got both apps pulled up right here. You can see the Furbo home screen and the Petcube home screen. On the Furbo app, you can edit your dog's profile, turn the camera on or off, and you can access the live view. From the Petcube app, you can access share settings, you can access camera settings, you can control Alexa, and you can access Care Sleep. You can also view the live view from the camera just by tapping the play button. That seems to be pretty universal. But the Petcube Bites 2 does have Alexa built in to the actual device. So you get all the features and functionality that you would from like an Amazon Echo Dot. So you can play music, you can check the weather, you can also set up an alarm clock and dispense treats. The Furbo app does not have Alexa built into the device or the app, but you can still add Furbo as a skill within the Alexa app if you want to dispense a treat. While we're talking about the apps too, setup is really simple for both apps, but keep in mind the Petcube app can work on 2.4 gigahertz networks or 5 gigahertz networks. The Furbo app can only work for setup on a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Now let's go look at some more settings to see some more key differences. So we can look at both of the app menu settings right here. We can see all the Furbo settings that we can change and all of the settings we can change on the Petcube app. A couple of key differences that we can see are that the Furbo app only lets you turn on this barking alert. So you can get a sound notification for barking and you can adjust the sensitivity as you can see right there. But if we go over to the Petcube app and we select notifications, we can also pick up motion detection and adjust that sensitivity as well. So it's nice that we have another layer of alerts and notifications if we want to be made aware of movement around our house of our pet. So that's really nice. As we mentioned earlier too, we can go under the general settings again, and we can actually turn on or off the two-way audio for the simultaneous talk right here. Furbo does not have that option. You have to push the talk for two-way audio, but you have that nicer feature in the Petcube app. And I want to point out too, the Bites 2 features 4 microphones in a nice array and a speaker bar for premium sound and speech recognition, where the Furbo only has 1 microphone and speaker. So keep that in mind. There are some key differences right there. We can look at some more settings as well. We already talked about the motion alert versus just the bark. Now we can look at some of the subscription features as well too. So when we're talking about the premium services that both apps offer, the Furbo has a dog nanny subscription that starts at $6.99 a month or $69 for a year, and it offers a maximum of 24 hours of video history, smart alerts, and doggy diary features. So we can see that within the app. Actually, if we go back here, so let's go to the menu. There it is right there. Cloud recording, smart alerts, doggy daycare. But the Petcube Bites app is actually cheaper each month if you want their premium services. They start at $5.99 a month or $49 for a year, and it includes 3 full days of video history, smart alerts. We get pet care savings as well on additional products you can buy within the app. And you can also extend your video for up to 90 days if you want to pay an additional price for that feature. So they both have tiered paid plans for more features, but the Petcube app has a much better value and they offer more features at $1 or less per month. But you also have the ability to pay even more per month if you want to unlock the 90 days of video history within the cloud. Now we can test out the cameras themselves, so we can look at them side by side. So let's go home for the Furbo as well. So there we go. Now we can open up both cameras by hitting the play button. So here we go. They're both going to load. We can see them side by side. They both look great. So we can see the Furbo looks really bright, and they're both in 1080p. So the Furbo's really bright, But if I'm looking at the Petcube app, that's more realistic to the lighting environment. I have a nice warm overhead light on in both rooms. So that's why the footage is warmer. Where the Furbo has a brighter feel or like a cooler light that isn't as accurate, but it is very clear. So you can see both of them right here. They're both 1080p. They both have a 160-degree wide angle lens. The Petcube is going to show your truer colors, where the Furbo may just give you a brighter, clearer picture right there, as you can see. Both, I wish, could give you more control over the image quality. If you could manually adjust some of the settings, that would be awesome to see in the future. Both connected really fast. Both are high res. Neither of them are blurry or anything. So they both look really nice. And we can see we both have treat dispensing options. So the Furbo has this little gingerbread man. We can go ahead, we can throw a treat. For the Petcube, we can see we just swipe with our finger once we touch the treat icon. And now we can throw some treats from the Petcube device as well. So it shakes, it says wait a sec, and then it's going to throw it. While that's going on, let's throw another treat from the Furbo. So it just flung a treat for us on the Petcube app. And don't forget, on the Petcube app, you can swipe further up. It will throw the treats further away. On the Furbo app, you don't have that luxury. You can just tap or swipe the icon. It's going to throw them at the same distance every time. The dogs love these products. They love getting treats, and it's really nice to have these features when you're not at home to take care of your pets. You can feed them throughout the day. And that reminds me again, we just kind of brushed over it, but the Petcube app has that treat scheduling feature within the app that you can set up, and it's really nice and easy to use. And they tell you when you're low on treats. We don't see that indicator from the Furbo, so it's nice to be able to know when you're low on treats. You can order treats with Amazon Alexa using the Petcube app too, so that's really cool. Let's fling another treat for the dogs from the Petcube app. So they're really enjoying everything that's going on right here. And it's just really nice. Both can take pictures. Both have two-way audio. Again, we talked about those differences. But you can see in real time the dogs are enjoying the treats from both of the treat dispensers. Overall, really impressed with both of the products. I've reviewed some other Petcube products on my channel. Really like the other options that they have in the market too. If you have cats and you want the laser to play with them, that's really a fun option to have too. If you're interested in any of these products, the links to them will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check them out, and do your shopping from there. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily. Don't want you guys to miss anything. Please follow us online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can message us on WeChat. Check out our website. Join our free newsletter, guys. Follow us on Twitch and join our Discord server as well. Thanks for watching new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.